Hello, everybody. Thank you for joining me. This is GGF bringing you episode 16 of Let's Play Pillars of Eternity. Hope you guys are doing well, being a little silly. Bong bong, mashallah, guys. We're going to get it in today. It's a beautiful day. The sun is up. It is morning time, and I think the game just crashed. No, my bad. Alright, so we're in Magran's Fork, and we're going to continue exploring that today. It's a new map. We got in a really wild encounter against 4 wolves last episode, and we're going to try to see if we can level up before taking them on again.
Sure.
Let's come down here.
Saw you in the flames.
Let's see. West to Gilded Vale, south to Anslug's Compass, east to Black Meadow. Let's come down and see what we've got here with this Durance. Or Durance. Squatting at the base of the statue is an incredibly ugly man with bulging red cheeks, raked by pox scars, and a scraggly beard. He is swearing as if he has a fever, but his breathing is measured and steady, like a slow push of a blacksmith's bellows, but that comparison feels strange and unwelcome. The next comparison, possibly sparked by his grin, is that of a bear trap, and then out of nowhere there's a hint of alchemical fire that fades almost as soon as you identify the smell.
Come to pray at the statue?
Whoa. The question mark is barely there. As the man makes the statement, the statue takes on a reddish cast, as if one is holding a torch to it, then slowly blossoms into waving flames. The man doesn't turn as the statue blossoms into fire.
The others are welcome, but it's best if just you and I trade words, and your shadows stay quiet. Hands off their weapons, both arcane and steel. It's only you I want to trade words with anyway.
His face tenses, with his iron bear trap smile ready to spring.
I swear before the whore that is Magran, no harm will come to you in her shadow, if that's enough of a promise for you. If not...
A staff rests easily in his hand. It wasn't there a moment ago. Examine the statue. The weaving firelight from the statue gives off no heat, so much so you wonder if it is some trick of the mind. The ugly man before you doesn't seem to notice it or feel it, although the sheen of his brow is still present as if he's burning up from within. Focus your gaze on the staff. The staff looks thick, stout, of blackened ash once burned by a terrible fire. Beneath the ash, the lines in the wood bear shapes and patterns, and there is a certainty the staff was once something far more dangerous, but not now. As you study it deeper, it shimmers slightly in your eyes like water catching the light weaving across the statue. Whatever power was bled from the staff, it doesn't make it, or the wielder, any less dangerous. You look up to see the man watching you studying the staff. As his gaze meets yours, he nods with a humorless smile. Study the man. The sudden weaving flames from the statue of Magran cast more light on his features. The man's robes are dirty, stained with grease and other marks of the road. The hems of his robes, including the sleeves, are burned at the edges, as if he walked a great distance across a fire, then reached into the flames with his hands to pull something out. But while his hands are thick and calloused, they bear no burn or scorch marks. I didn't catch your name. Strange choice of company. Stone seems cold comfort, or... The man smiles slightly at your words, then nods, never taking his eyes off you. I could do better, though the road holds little else. His eyes run the length of your frame, and he follows it with a sneer. Until now...
The world holds many whores we worship. Respect comes with honest titles. I bet even you have gone against instinct in exchange for little copper, or paid for such in countless ways.
Probably. 1 second, guys. Bear with me here.
But if I give offense, if words are all that are left to a man, then why in the Deerwood of all places he should have leave to speak them?
The man's face cracks a smile with teeth almost a dare. I didn't catch your name or why you want to speak with me.
I didn't give it. You probably find names as useless as I do. The names that litter this world like debris are hard enough to wrap around the tongue. And what do they matter?
The man grunts. His hand tightens around the staff.
It's what's beneath the skin and the letters I care about. What burns within. It's more important to me you're a watcher than whatever culture or accent decorates your letters like awkward crowns. Take pride in your actions, not where you hail from, or how your name rolls off whatever liar's tongue coats it now.
The man's staff blossoms with fire for a moment, then the embers settle.
If you need a title to hang on me to match your own, Watcher, then call me Durance. And as you observe souls, I test them.
How did you know I was a watcher? Durance shakes his head and his hand curls tightly, or curls rightly on his staff. Tightly. I can see the question bubbling up. Let's burn them away one by one.
I am a missionary. I walk this diseased nation with its heathen, its people so careless with the spirits of others and their own, watchers among them. Yes, I know you for what you are, and your name doesn't interest me. Names are for honest folk, and you are a crack that shines light from another place.
Huh.
We're meant to travel together, you and I. Saw you in the flames. Not your face, but that soul of yours. All tightened up, like a huntsman's knot.
He grunts again, his eyes narrowing. You saw my soul in the flames?
There's things we can teach each other, if you're in need of answers to your mantle of questions. I don't force my words on anyone other than you. I don't care who walks with you or what their muling problems and politics are. There's enough howling in the world without me stoking that fire. I won't take from your provisions, don't need much on the road. I can carry my weight, which is considerable.
He inhales, again giving you the impression of a blacksmith bellows, and he smiles almost proudly.
Many will stand against you. They probably already have, from what I can see. Left their marks, it seems. Like a trail, worming its way behind you.
He stares at you for a moment, his brow creasing. What kind of marks?
Disease? Spirit wind? Both could have touched you, yet here you stand.
He shrugs. He stares at your face, then into your eyes, almost dully at first, then more intently.
As for disease, not all of us were close to water when the pox hit, but it's no longer a passenger in my flesh. It left its marks as well. But like flames, the pox doesn't strike twice, nor is it catching.
He taps the pox scars on his face. If your stone mistress there allows it, then come on.
Her? Don't fear her jealousy. Let us see what the road holds, Watcher.
His chuckle dies into a smile, a genuine one. Durance glances at the statue, then gives a low chuckle. Alright, Durance has joined us, the Trials of Durance quest. And he can level up. Interesting, so let's take a look at Durance. He does have Durance's staff. 16 to 22, plus 25% burn damage. Durance's staff appears to be made of a rough-hewn shaft of ever-burning wood. The crook at the end cradles a hovering flame. While many powerful weapons in the Eastern Reach can be enchanted to burn enemies, Durance's is unusual in that the entire force of the quarterstaff can be converted to searing flame at the wielder's will. It's unique, very cool. The secondary is a rod. Average interrupt, 10 meter range, 12 to 18 pierce or slash. Rods are the largest of the magical implements and can be distinguished from wands and scepters by the heads on each end. Rods focus and release more soul energy than wands or scepters. This attribute makes their blows more powerful, but they recharge and fire more slowly. Their speed is average. And he's got Durance's robe, plus 2 constitution, plus 3 damage reduction, burn. Durance's robe is frayed and tattered from heavy use. The lower hem appears to have been singed repeatedly and is caked with the ashes of countless fires. DR3, burn 12, wow. Recovery speed's only minus 15%, it's light armor. Alright, cool. Is there anything I can give you right away that would fit you? Not really. We're going to level him up in a second, though. Let's read our books. Oh, wait, we read Monsters of the Deadfire Archipelago. That was very cool. What about Baratheon Scripture? Behold, thou faithful, the visage of thy transformation. Fear not the journey when the portal opens. Become one with the wheel, with glad heart and cheerful countenance. For the doorway shall open for all in their time. Neither the rich nor influential, neither kings nor rulers, neither the strong nor powerful can escape its embrace. Bareth will usher thee through the doorway, and thou willst return to life, thy mortal life begun anew. There goest the cycle, there goest life, there thou goest also. Thou shalt approach the door, the inevitable shall approach thee. Do not turn back on the portal, do not turn back on new life. Walk the path and welcome change, or face the night, for he walks the road with thee, and he will guide all to their destination. Thou mortal, the skull thou wilt become. Thou closed off, the key thou shalt turn. Thou sealed, the threshold thou shalt cross. That's really cool too. Oh, we didn't read the Deerwood War. This is a short one, worth 16. This is the Deerwood Part 2, the Broken Stone War. In 2626 AI, a group of farmers, while clearing farmland for planting, accidentally knocked down one of the ancient Adra menhirs on their land. The innocent act drew the ire of the native population and started what would come to be known as the Broken Stone War. When it was finally over, several thousand colonists have been killed, as well as hundreds of the Glonfothans. Even though the war was technically over, the Glonfothans escalated their attacks on the settlers over the next 2 years, using vicious tactics that left many colonists, several military figures, an earl, and 6 thanes dead. Unable to stop the Glonfothan attacks, the earls elected Earl Edrang Hadret to the position of Gref. Well respected and known to be a master of military tactics, he was tasked with dealing with the Glonfothan threat. Edrang fought with the Glonfothans, led by an Orlan named Regd, for the next 2 years. Neither side can gain the upper hand on the other, resulting in a tense stalemate between the two groups. Because of this stalemate, the hostilities slowly died off, and in 2631, the Deerwooden people signed a treaty with the Glonfothans. Regd would step down, the Glonfothans would stop their attacks altogether, and the Deerwooden people would leave the ruins alone. This treaty angered the nobility in Adir, as it brought to a halt the supply of artifacts. Edrang also tried to get the practice of slavery outlawed, but this was not successful. Because of this, the peace between the Deerwood and Eir Glonfoth is uneasy and tumultuous. Small patches of rural violence still cropped up, but were easily dealt with as neither side wanted another war. And after that, Part 3, the War of Black Trees and the Rise of Admeth Hadret. After the Broken Stone War, the Deerwood would see peace and prosperity for 21 years. Aside from the occasional slave uprising or border dispute, nothing of any note happened until 2652 AI. Some of the Deerwooden earls, tired of being restricted by the treaties, and encouraged by imperial sources, defied the decrees and actively sent people to loot the ruins in the Deerwood. Response from the Glonfothans was not immediate, but when it came, it was brutal and bloody. There was a slave uprising, and Reg resumed control of his guerrilla fighters. A contingent of Delimgon joined the forces as well, making the fights in the forest even more deadly for the Deerwooden soldiers. Edrang, then far too old to lead Deerwood in the war, sent his son Admeth to deal with the situation. Admeth, showing the same tactical prowess as his father, set fire to the forest at the Isha Uar River, and then blocks the forces retreating from the Inferno. Some of the Glonfothans escaped, but thousands would die in the blaze. Reg is captured and sent to holding in New Heomar. This goes on for several months, and Admeth uses this same tactic many times to flush Glonfothans and Delimgon from the battlefield. The entire war lasts less than a year. The Deerwood eventually wins, but at a terrible price. This conflict would come to be known as the War of Black Trees. Tragedy struck the Deerwood in 2654 when Edrang, whose health had been waning, succumbed and passed into the cycle. Reg, who had developed a begrudging respect for his constant adversary over the years they had fought, sent Admeth his sincere condolences from captivity in New Heomar. Admeth assumed his father's place as Gref over the Deerwood. The other earls disliked this development and began publicly rebuking Admeth's decrees. In 2655 AI, Admeth, tired of the problems caused by the recalcitrant earls, but having support of the New Valian dukes and the common folk of Deerwood, having saved them from the Glonfothans, delivers an ultimatum to the fair Kuning of Adir. He demands to be made a Gref Palatine. This move would give him authority and power over all the earls, their holdings, and their titles. Deerwood would become a Palatinate instead of a Grefram. The fair Kuning, who did not want to have to deal with a rebellion while trying to establish a hold on the Vorlos trade network in Rayad Saris, begrudgingly agreed to Admeth's demands. Admeth would use this new power to bring all the earls in line. As a trade-off for being given the power, Admeth put money and resources into all of the Deerwood's ports to increase shipping traffic. In turn, this increased the fair Kuning's income. Under Admeth's rule, the Deerwood saw 7 productive and profitable years. In 2662 AI, he did what had been tried for many years without success, bringing slavery to an end in the Deerwood. He negotiated the 10 Years Treaties, so-called because it had been 10 years since the War of Black Trees. A timeline was established in which the slaves will be released. The owners would be compensated with money or land for each slave released. If they did not comply, the slaves would be taken and a fine would be levied against the owner. In return, the Glonfothans would open trade with the Deerwood and cede some of their territories to the Deerwooden government, in practice meaning they would stop contesting the presence of those who lived and ruled there. Hundreds of Coopers attempted to rebel against this. Admeth, expecting just such a reaction, reacted accordingly, and the rebellion was quickly crushed. His agents then spread propaganda through the populace, making the Coopers' rebellion and its instigators seem far worse than they truly were. This tactic worked, and there would be no more trouble. Alright, cool. So we've got 5 members now. Let's grab everybody and
The better part of valor.
look around. Oh, there's Durance and his staff. We should do a formation check. Oh, we didn't get a look at Durance too much yet. We have to level him up as well. Only 23 deflection. Interrupt -3. Primary accuracy 19. Concentration 99. Wow. Damage 16 to 22 is pretty good. Let's take a look at his character sheet. Background is the Deerwood clergyman. He's Meadowfolk, 1st level Priest of Magran. 14 might. 13 con, that's pretty good. 9 dex and per, 15 intellect, 18 resolve. 1 athletics, 4 lore. He's got fighting spirit. Passive requires endurance below 50%. He gains 7 accuracy, 15% damage for 25 seconds. All folk have an indomitable spirit that rises to the challenge when things look grim. Whenever a folk is below 50% endurance, they gain a bonus to accuracy and damage. He's got Holy Radiance. It's an area of effect, 6.5 meter radius from the caster. It's fast, 1 per encounter. The friendlies in the AoE gain 16.8 endurance. It's a healing thing. The foes in the AoE, only vessels, get 37 burn damage over 3 seconds. And if successful, frightened for 18 seconds, accuracy versus will. Creates a field of holy energy around the priest, burning any vessels in the vicinity and regenerating a modest amount of endurance. For allies, the power of a priest's holy radiance is modified by how well his or her reputations align with the preferred behaviors of his or her faith. Second wind, and then he's got first level priest spells. Let's check these out. Armor of Faith, 5 meter range, 3.25 radius. Friendly AoE plus 4 damage reduction for 37 seconds. Creates a tangible shield of faith, increasing the damage reduction of allies in the area of effect. Barbs of Condemnation, 12 meter range, average speed. 22 to 34 pierce damage, minus 5 all defenses for 12 seconds. Gets a plus 10 accuracy versus fortitude. Punishes a target for their sins, decreasing their deflection, fortitude, reflex, and will. While doing damage, that's a really good one. Sorry I sound a little scratchy here, guys, but it's just my throat. I've been making a lot of these episodes. 1 second. Blessing. Range 5 meters, speed average, 6.5 meter radius. Those in the AoE get plus 5 accuracy and 10% damage for 25 seconds. A call for divine favor that increases the accuracy and damage of allies in the area of effect. That's very cool. Divine Terror, 5 meter, 1.63 radius. Foes in the AoE get frightened for 18.8 seconds. It's a plus 15 accuracy versus will. Strikes fear into the hearts of the unworthy, inflicting a penalty to accuracy on all enemies in the area of effect. That's a good one. Halt. Speed fast, 10 meter range, stuck for 12 seconds. Plus 10 accuracy versus will. Commands a single enemy to halt, causing them to temporarily cease all movement. And stuck characters are rooted. They're able to act but unable to leave their current location. Dexterity reduced by 2, accuracy reduced by 5 for all sources. Reflex and deflection reduced by 20. So very good. Holy Meditation, 10 meters, fast, 3.25 radius. It's friendly. Plus 30 concentration, plus 15 will for 37 seconds. The priest clears his or her mind, spreading that clarity to nearby allies, thereby increasing their concentration and will bonuses. Prayer Against Fear, 5 meters fast, 3.9 radius, friendly. Immunity to frightened or terrified for 25 seconds. In terrified, resolve and dexterity are reduced by 4, accuracy reduced by 20 for all sources, and overrides frightened, which is resolve and dex reduced by 2 and accuracy reduced by 10. Steals the minds of allies in the area of effect against external fears, granting immunity to the frightened and terrified afflictions. Restore minor endurance, a straight up healing AoE. 5 meters fast, 1.9 radius, plus 13.4 endurance. Shares a portion of the caster's divine strength, restoring some endurance to all allies in the area of effect. And finally, Withdraw, 5 meters fast, friendly target, invisible for 25 seconds, plus 104 endurance over 25 seconds. Stasis shield for 25 seconds. Isolates a single target with a protective sphere, shielding them from harm while their endurance regenerates. That's awesome. That's very cool. All right, there we go. So, If we were to stick him in the formation somewhere, I would say opposite of me. And let's quick save, see how long we've been playing. 25 minutes, okay. Let's... No.
Mm-hmm.
Let's look around. Got some herbage down here. There's an enemy. Boar down there. St. Gerin's Horn. Let's see how this goes. Alright, okay. No, stay
Hey
there. Stag mode. Attack that one. Orlin. Durance.
Yes.
Alothican Arcane Assault right there. Cyrodiil can do that. The boar's injured. Cyrodiil gets knocked. Uh-oh, when a character's health bar. Whose health? Oh, mine. Yeah, I'm in a bad spot. Maimed characters suffer severe combat penalties and will die if they take any additional damage. Killed characters are just dead, and in Pillars of Eternity, there's no coming back. Well, I'm gonna get knocked out, that's okay. Badly injured. We need a bit more here.
Yes.
It's Arcane Assault again.
Yeah?
Cyrodiil, get your second win. And then continue fighting. Wow. Elzarian took that boar down. 19 damage. We're doing okay.
Mm-hmm.
Very good, very good. Everybody, attack that one.
Yeah.
Down I go. That's okay. Should be just fine now. Bong bong. Give it a good shot. We've got boar hides. Boars are infamously temperamental creatures, and despite their size, they are capable of inflicting grievous injuries with their goring tusks. Thick and resistant, boar hides fetch good prices at market, while the impressive tusks of elder boars make for even grander prizes. Yeah, we're gonna have to. I'm all kind of maimed. Wrenched shoulder, twisted ankle, minus 25 reflex.
Sure.
I still have to level up Durance. She's all of a sudden low in health. So we should probably rest. Camp. Okay, then we get to do our bonus actions. Plus 20% healing received. I think we'll all just go with damage reduction. I don't know why these guys don't get a choice. Plus 1 move speed. Good rest. Bong bong. Pillars of Adra. Alright, cool. Now, we've got that damage reduction for a few of us. Let's quick save and level up Durance. Okay, we can go with lore, athletics. Lore, athletics. Something like that. He can use level 3 scrolls. He gets 1 remaining talent, Brilliant Radiance. Enemies take burn damage from the Priest's Holy Radiance. Vessels take increased burn damage. Modifies Holy Radiance to do 9 to 13 extra burn damage. Once per encounter. We should use that too at the right time, because it also heals endurance for the friendlies. Well, it has to be vessels though, which I don't understand. It won't do anything else to regular enemies, I guess. Interdiction condemns the priest's foes, dazing any enemies in the area of effect. Grants interdiction, 1 per encounter, speed average 10 meters, 6.5 area of effect. Average interrupt, it dazes them for 8 seconds at a plus 15 accuracy bonus versus will. Inspired Flame, the faithful of Magran gain an accuracy bonus with sword and arquebus, and can cast a special version of Burst of Summer Flame. Grants Inspired Flame's effect self plus 10 accuracy with sword and arquebus. Grants Lesser Burst of Summer Flame once per rest, fast speed 15 meters, 1.63 radius, weaker interrupt. But it does 22 to 34 burn damage at a plus 10 accuracy to reflex. Sort of like a mini fireball with a small radius. Aggrandizing radius. Everyone receives less healing from the priest's holy radiance, but the priest gains a bonus to all attributes and movement. So they only get 75% healing. Plus 2 might, plus 2 constitution, plus 2 dex, plus 2 perception, plus 2 intellect and resolve. And move speed for 12 seconds. Wow. That's pretty cool. Inspiring Radiance. Allies gain an accuracy bonus from the Priest's Holy Radiance. Plus 10 accuracy for 12 seconds. Friendly aura that gives accuracy. That might be pretty cool. Send him into a frenzy. Ruffian, saber, stiletto, club, pistol, blunderbuss. Hatchet, spear, quarterstaff, hunting bow, unarmed, peasant. And utility. Wound binding 40% health, not endurance, 1 per rest. It's kind of an emergency health. Or field triage. Oh, this is outside of combat. Field triage is in combat. That's what I see there. Scion of Flame. You gain more burn damage reduction. Huh. Summon 2 times human skeletons. That's the Chanter's ability. Wounding shot, veteran's recovery. I kind of like Gallant's focus. Character's intense beliefs have manifested as an aura with properties similar to a paladin's zealous focus. +4 accuracy. Everyone receives less healing from the Holy Radiance, but the priest gains a bonus to all attributes and movement. Once per encounter. It'll do 16.8 endurance, I guess. Minus 75% healing received. Oh, it's minus 75%? So they only receive 25% of what it normally is? And this only lasts for 12 seconds? Yeah, we're not going to get that. Sparring Radiance, that does accuracy. They can land more shots in 12 seconds. He's not going to be using a sword, probably. Interdiction. Dazing any enemies in a huge radius for 8 seconds with a nice +15 on the roll. A dazed victim's accuracy is reduced by 10, dex, perception, and intellect reduced by 2, and attack speed reduced by 15% for about 9 seconds. Interdiction. I think we'll get an interdiction, actually. We'll get interdiction. As a talent, no new class unlocks. Level 2 priest, next level. Oh, he goes to level 3. Oh my, okay. Let's go with lore and athletics. Ah, new spells. Let's check out the new spells. Consecrated Ground. Average speed, 3.25 radius from caster, 25 seconds. Friendly AoE, +11 endurance over 1 second. Creates a long-lasting circle of healing, regenerating ally endurance. Very nice. Divine Mark. Range is only 2.5. Speed average. Average interrupt. The target takes 45 to 56 burn damage. Minus 25 deflection for 12 seconds. And the roll gets a +15. Accuracy versus will. Marks the target for retribution, inflicting burn damage and lowering deflection. Very powerful spell. Holy Power. Friendly aura. +3 might, +7 resolve for 37 seconds. Creates a zone of divine favor, increasing the might and resolve of allies in the area of effect. It's only a 1.3 meter aura range, but still pretty cool. Iconic Projection, fast, 13 meter area of effect length. Foe targets get 22.4 freeze damage with a +15 versus reflex. Friendlies get 22.4 endurance. Creates a slow-moving energetic projection of the priest's fate, returning endurance to allies and inflicting freeze damage to enemies. Very cool. Instill Doubt. 2.28 radius, 5 meter range, average speed, average interrupt. Foes get dazed for 25 seconds, +15 on the roll. Accuracy versus will. Taps into subconscious uncertainties, reducing the speed of all enemies in the area of effect. I still have to get used to what dazed and everything means. That's accuracy reduced by 10, dex, perception, intelligence reduced by 2, and attack speed reduced by 15%. Right, okay. Then we have Prayer Against Infirmity. 3.9 radius, fast, 5 meter range. Friendlies are immune to sickened or weakened for 25 seconds. Fortifies the health of allies in the area of effect, granting immunity to the sickened and weakened afflictions. Sickened character has all attributes reduced by 1, fortitude and will reduced by 10. Weakened have their might and constitution reduced by 2, movement reduced by 1, fortitude and will reduced by 20. Not a state you want to be in. Repulsing Seal. Average speed, 5 meter range, 1.25 radius hazard. 600 seconds duration, average interrupt, hazard area of effect, knocks prone for 8 seconds, accuracy versus fortitude, places a magical seal on the floor that sends enemies sprawling on contact, causing them to become prone. And you want your enemies prone. That's a good one. Lasts for 10 minutes. Prone characters can't take action. Dex reduced by 2. Reflex and deflection reduced by 10. Then we have Restore Light Endurance, plus 20 Endurance, 1.95 radius, 5 meter range, speed fast. Shares a portion of the caster's divine strength, restoring some endurance to all allies in the area of effect. And finally, Suppress Affliction, 2.28 radius, 5 meter range, average speed. Friendly AoE hostile effects suspended for 6 seconds. Stifles detrimental conditions. Through sheer force of will, temporarily suspending hostile status effects on allies in the area of effect. That's pretty cool if, the statuses have built up. And you just need to get a respite from them a little bit. You can cast that during combat. Alright, done. Very good. Level 3. We rested. Let's continue.
Let's keep quiet.
Oh, we see someone walking there. Audra Pillar. Your reflection warps and twists in the live gleaming Audra. There's got to be something good here. Let's see how long we've been playing. 41 minutes, we have to wrap it up. So I want to thank you guys for joining me. I hope you enjoyed this episode. If you did, please like, comment, subscribe before heading out. And I would greatly appreciate that. Also, if you guys want to become a huge help to the channel and me, you can become a member here on YouTube or on patreon.com/fluent. Please look into that if that's something that interests you. I love all my members. Thank you very much for being a member. Shout out to you guys, and thanks for considering it. And I hope to see all of you in the next episode. Love you non-members as well. But until next time, be well, live well, stay well. Much love, peace, and joy. Don't go anywhere, guys. We're going to keep exploring Magran's Fork and beyond and see what we find with our 5-person party. Now bringing Durance on. Very cool. So until next time, guys, I will see you then. Don't go anywhere. Much more to come as I'm just banging these episodes out quick, fast. And yeah, see you guys in the next one. Ciao for now.